Diamond here, along with JL, bringing you yet another edition of Chuck and Jimmy's All-Stars in our second season with a one-on-one matchup. Here we have Billy Morgan going one-on-one with the freshman, Matt Boston. The freshman is in the blue, and Billy Morgan is in the black tights, JL.
Are you sure this doesn't belong on the Mud Show, Chuck? Because I'm getting vibes.
Well, this is what the producers gave us, JL.
Don't start with that crap again, Chuck.
Well, Billy Morgan, a very accomplished professional wrestler, JL.
Well, so is Iron Mike Sharp, but he never won anything.
As right now, Billy Morgan had a clean break in the corner. Oh no! It looked like he slapped him in the freshman, Matt Boston. He's a little upset, JL.
Okay, this guy you keep calling Matt Boston, wasn't he just a freshman before?
Well, that was the nickname he had, JL, and an arm drag takes down Billy Morgan, and another one takes him down with the trifecta.
Well, the trifecta. What's wrong with the ref?
As right now, and yes, the fans solidly behind the freshman, Matt Boston.
Hold on, I gotta order a pizza, Chuck, because this freshman is really boring me.
As right now, Billy Morgan putting the boots to the freshman, Matt Boston. And now, Billy Morgan, he has him, and a suplex takes down Matt Boston. He hooks the leg on, and it only gets a 1 count, JL.
Okay, first of all, they're similar size, Chuck, but this Matt Boston actually looks like a wrestler. This freshman guy looks like some schlub off the street.
Well,
how in the world could he even wrestle? He's got tennis shoes on. I think he's gonna play a round of horse later.
JL, I believe you're getting your names mixed up. It's the freshman Matt Boston going.
Whatever his name is, the freshman looks like garbage. Hot garbage, Chuck.
Going one-on-one with Billy Morgan.
Billy Morgan. I can't remember. You keep bringing these new people in every week. I can't remember them all!
Well, Billy Morgan, he's a nominee for Chuck and Jimmy's Regional Hall of Fame. And a full Nelson Slam takes down the freshman Matt Boston. He goes for the cover lateral press and only gets a 2 count.
I gotta tell you right now, he's still better than a freshman. I've seen a freshman on 2 matches. I've never seen this guy before, but the freshman I've seen on 2 matches, and he was terrible on both.
Well, the freshman was in the last season of Chuck and Jimmy's All-Stars in that triple threat match involving our very first inductee, Hardcore KC.
And Hardcore KC, of course, is not just an inductee. He is now a Chuck and Jimmy's Regional Hall of Famer, Chuck.
Yes, indeed.
Give him the respect he's due.
Yes, indeed. He is a Hall of Famer indeed. And right now, though, the freshman going back to work, trying to fight out of that chin lock, hits the ropes, ducks the clothesline, and a kitchen sink knee. A knee right to the breadbasket of the freshman. And only gets a 2 count, and Billy Morgan, hooked that leg, JL.
Well, and you know, here's the thing. This guy is working circles around this freshman character. I don't even know how he made it this far. How is he even on this side of the ropes, Chuck? He should be behind the barricades.
Well, right now, the freshman, he's showing a lot of heart in this match with Billy Morgan. As he's fighting.
Heart does not win matches, Chuck, and you know it.
Well, right now, Billy Morgan, he takes the freshman down by the hair when he's trying to fight his way out of that rear chin lock.
Just because you can take somebody down doesn't put him away. He needs to get on him. You know, the freshman is obviously the inferior competitor here. He needs to take him down and put him away because basically it's academic at this point, Chuck.
Well, right now, yes, indeed, the freshman is in trouble at the hands of Billy Morgan. Billy Morgan keeps going right back to that hole, and a jawbreaker takes down Billy Morgan. And now the freshman with a drop kick takes down Billy Morgan yet again. And now he's building up a head of steam. And a cross body. He has that leg hook. Referee John Allen down. He only gets a 2 count.
I'm going to give it to the freshman this time around. You know, he hasn't been completely terrible. I've seen some awful crap on this show, Chuck. And the freshman is not that terrible. But he's not that great. He's not as great as the other competitor right now, because I'm going to tell you right now, this could be a hell of a match, but it's just the freshman is just putting too much out there.
Well, JL, you were referring to Chuck and Jimmy's Outlaw Mud Show, not the All-Stars.
Of course I am!
As right now,
that pain in my existence, the bane of my soul, the terrible thing I have to watch every other week, Chuck.
as right now, backbreaker submission by Billy Morgan on the freshman, Matt Boston. And now he powers him back up into a sidewalk slam. Very impressive indeed. And only gets a 2 count.
I will say, at least this is actually wrestling, and I can kind of relate to this a little better than the Mud Show, Chuck, because this is a fresh of breath air. A fresh of breath air, Chuck.
I'm sure it is to you, JL, as right now, Billy Morgan.
A fresh of breath air.
Billy Morgan going to that top rope. And what does he have in mind here? Elbow drop, and he missed that elbow drop, JL. I couldn't tell from this vantage point. And now, the freshman Matt Boston, can he capitalize here? He's going to the top rope. But Billy Morgan cuts him off.
Yeah, that's a classic trope too, Chuck, is the elbow drop from the top rope.
And now Billy Morgan, he has...
Very few people have been successful with it. Don't talk over the top of me, Chuck. I am important.
Draping DDT by Billy Morgan. It should be academic from here. Both legs hooked. And he gets a 3 count. Your winner this week on All-Stars, Billy Morgan.
It was a great match. I think Billy Morgan, he obviously showed that he was superior. Not just because he's a bad guy, but, and a man after my own heart. But because he's obvious. Look at him. He's obviously athletic. He's wearing actual gear, Chuck, instead of looking like he came out of a high school classroom.